Good day, good morning, good evening, good friends. Whatever time zone you are in, we are joined together here at the crossroads of time. I am Martin J Delaney, Chambersburg, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, and Philadelphia. And I am standing on the Irvis Equality Circle on the south lawn of the Pennsylvania Capitol. Did you know that Pennsylvania was the fourth state in the Union to amend the 15th Amendment and the seventh state in the Union to ratify the 19th Amendment? The 15th Amendment ratified in 1870, the 19th Amendment ratified in 1920, and 70 years of hardship between the two, which we call the demise of Reconstruction and you call the Jim Crow era. But my story begins with this spot, which was the gateway to an African American community from 1850 to 1920 called the 8th Ward. You refer to it as the old 8th Ward, but old is an affinity that you put upon each other. We believe to think of things as vintage and antique instead of old. So we have some vintage ideas for you along this spot as we traverse the Thomas Morris Chester Way, which begins here at the Irvis Equality Circle and extends to the river at the Chester Research Center. K. Leroy Irvis was the first African American Speaker of the House of any state in the Union since Reconstruction. He served in your 20th century here at the Capitol building. But in my day, this was Tanner's Alley, a street that cut through your South Lawn, through your K. Leroy Irvis building, through your east wing of the Capitol, through your North Street, through your Keystone building, and out to what is now Forster Street, where the Second Baptist Church stood when we were here and still stands. Nothing is left of the 8th Ward but memories. Not a stone, not a mortise, not a pebble, not a fireplace, not a basement stone or a cornerstone for a roof. But the memories of the 1,100 families and the 500 businesses still remain in our heads, in our hearts, and in our thoughts. And so we've created this pedestal of orators, which has the name of 100 citizens of 1850 through 1920 who lived on this vast campus, which is now the Commonwealth's headquarters. Along the sides of this orator's pedestal are scenes from the period, from its rise through the Fugitive Slave Act, which you'll hear about today, to its demise through eminent domain in 1920, through the action of legislation for City Beautiful. The cobblestones which I stand on are but a reminder of the street that was once here. And the sign just beyond your gaze says that the National Park Service's Network to Freedom has designated this site and this street as an authentic underground railroad community of safe houses. And so we have placed a map here on top of the pedestal so that you can see what the neighborhood might have looked like between 1850 and 1920. Now, forgive me if you know your history. We could not place 1,100 homes and 500 businesses on top of this mere orator's pedestal. But we have mapped out the firehouse, the 3 churches, the synagogue, the Catholic cathedral, the Masonic Hall, the Tanner's Row, the marketplace, and the Capitol, so that you can see from this vantage point the history that has disappeared but remains in our hearts, in our memories, in our thoughts. So here our journey begins, good friends. And if you will follow me in time and space, you might identify markers in your own legacy, in your own family's history, which connects you to our journey today. Follow me.